Aruna, what are the possibilities in the month of February?
Unaudited financial statements have been released, and if you look at it, they were superlative performance, if you ask me. Though the price has reacted and they have declined a little bit, I think sitting down with the result and looking at those stocks that have set new 52-week high, though they have retracted from it, I think by taking position that will blow investors' mind. I'm looking at February, will return as much as January did.
All right. Let's quickly again go to say the best. As a matter of fact, I chose to do about 20, so it's going to come in 2 slides. Apparently, we are not going to be able to touch on all of them. But from what I can see here, I could see in just 1 month, that is the month of January, equities returning 88% in just 1 month. Academy Press. Codville returned 50% in just 1 month. ETI returned 43.68%. And we even come to equities we've mentioned here in the course of this discussion. Transcorp, for example, 18.75% in just 1 month. I don't know how much rate the banks are offering you now, and I don't know how much you are getting in your real estate investment. I don't know how much you are getting surely with your cryptocurrency investment, but this is what the market has offered in the month of January. Etana and Tape, that is the Initiates PLC. You could see them returning 18.92%. The mayor that Malam even talked about returned 19.57%. We could see Wema Bank returning in excess of 21%. And equities like Fitsin, we've mentioned Fitsin so well on this platform, returning almost 24% in just 1 month. Malam, I will put one strange question to you. We have seen what January did. We've seen how well these equities performed. Please, in the name of Allah, Inat Allah, how do I position myself for this kind of opportunities in February?
Well, I think the market, yes, shows its promising, but I want to remind you, one of the big players in the January is Boa Put. Boa Put gained more than 50%. Maybe because they were looking at December, they did not look at January.
January to January.
It was listed in January at 40 Naira, and today is trading above 60 Naira. That is more than 50% gain. And this is a big player. So to me, when you look at big player like Boa Put, like Airtel, getting into this position, it shows you that there is more promising. What I will tell people, for now, if you are looking for dividend, please position yourself before the result is out. Because very soon we'll get some of the result of the banks who will declare dividend and pay their dividend within the next 3 months, by April. And don't forget, we have some banks that have a dividend yield of
let us
more
be
than
specific. Mention, name, because we just want to give directive to people.
If we
Don't
are
just
all,
say
we
bank.
are all
So
aware,
so
we are all aware like that. Dennis, GT, Access Bank, UBA, these are the banks that give you double digit. And nobody can take it from them. We are also watching ETI. You know ETI have not paid dividend for the last 2 to 3 years. Now, and they pay their dividend in dollars. And you know the devaluation of Naira. Even if ETI decided to give you 5 cents, what does 5 cents mean in Naira? It's a lot of money. So please, strategically take your position before these results are out, because when the party is over, it is over.
Aruna, what source can I consider?
I would say you have mentioned Fitsin, but I would say that there is Julius Baja there. I think they are actually up and coming. Guinness, only Guinness is not. Guinness just released their Q2, which means that we may not actually be expecting dividend from them. But that result I saw was, except for the fact that it was marked against a COVID year, it was a very good result.
Malam, let me ask you one question. How do I deploy release of reports, either quarterly reports or audited, to invest? When precisely do you think is the best time to invest? Is it at the release of the results or before the results are released?
Well, before the result are out is what we call guesswork, mere speculation. But immediately the result is out, the market doesn't react immediately. Take your position. We have some institutions that analyze this result within 2 hours after releasing. If you can get those kind of results and analyze them and take position, I think you'll be better off. But let me tell you, exchange has been a reform and people have not. They are seeing the result, they don't know what bring us here. Go and check 3 to 4 years back. By the time the account ended December, will not get any result until April. Exchange say no.
Release your unaudited
If
financial
you
statement.
are going to give us audited financial statement on or before February, that is 2 months, then tell us what you have done in the last quarters. Otherwise, release your last quarter, meaning give us 12 years unaudited. And this is what we have seen. A lot of the results come unaudited and now give you sense and the direction and where you should go. And therefore, I still advise the investors, is this information, even though they are not audited, you can see where the rain will fall. So why don't you take position? And for those who prove perform poorly, get out before the party is over. We have seen some that even their performance for 12 months is worse than that of the 2020, despite COVID. 2021, there wasn't any much COVID compared to 2020.
Yeah.
How on earth a company performed poorly in 2021 compared to 2020? So when you see writing on the blackboard, don't wait for anybody to tell you read. Read it by yourself and get out.
Now, Aruna, do you really agree? Because technically speaking, I, as an analyst, would prefer that I'm able to do my due diligence before results are released, and I take my decision either to sell or buy more when results are released. The way I think is that is why in every market there is what is called earnings expectation. Institutions actually we analyze looking at so many parameters to arrive at the possibilities in the earnings being expected in the market. When the results eventually are released, if the results are according to the expectation, they will say they meet market expectation. If they are better than market expectation, they will say they performed better, and they could also say they underperformed market expectation. How do you see investing before investing with the release of results? Which one is wiser?
If you ask me, I think let's take 2022 for example. What I would first of all do is to sit with 2021 audited result and look at the growth. I'm very concerned about the growth. You said you want to look at the management. If management is not good, they will not have the growth. Then by the time you have done that, you watch out for quarter one. Quarter one more so because it's the first result, the first 3 months of the year. Then you also look at because it's been benchmarked against last year. Then you also look at the growth. Sometimes you look at it just behove on you that look, these people are serious. Yes, they did 2 naira last quarter. They are now doing 6 naira. It means that the management of that company is serious. And you look at the indices. Top line, they grow top line, they were able to manage their middle line, and they grow bottom line. Then they begin to tell you that look, this stock is going somewhere. Then you go and look at their price. You know, sometimes when you look for any seed for quarter one, it may actually not be there because you are just considering 1 quarter against a price of stock that would have gotten to where it is because of the 1 year of last year. So, but when you begin to look at the growth, and particularly about growth in turnover, growth in the middle line, growth in profit after tax, growth in any per share, and the P ratio is moderate. Then the earnings seed, then you cannot miss it because they have set that trajectory that by the time you see the quarter two, you discover that there's a growth. But by the time you have taken position, I always want to wait for when the result is released. The only thing is that the moment the result is being, the first thing I go to is to look at the growth between the earning per shares. By the time I discovered that you made 2 naira last year, you are making 50 kobo this year, then I'll go and find out what actually happened. Is it because we were unable to manage your cost? Is it because there was an external, maybe a finance cost? And if everything is in place, then that means that stock, I will stick with it.